So welcome students. Now when the concept behind ideal gas and real gas is clear to you, I would like to again write the important formula that will calculate various properties of gases. So I will in my previous lectures I have told you there were six formula. For example, first law of thermodynamics, number 2 for work minus P, number 3 was for enthalpy, U plus P dV PV, number 4 was change in enthalpy, that is the differentiation of this. Next formula was du is equal to Cv dt. Number 6 is dH is equal to Cp dt. Actually, here comes the point that this is actually for constant volume process. For example, like this, a cylinder with no moving parts, there is gas inside this, and if you are moving it, if you are heating it, then the temperature will increase, but volume is constant, pressure will also increase. So there you will put this formula at constant volume, and this formula is for constant pressure. What kind of system it will be? It will be like this. Constant pressure you will maintain here. You will not change this weight. Now you heat this. You give it some heat. So this will go up. Its volume will increase. Temperature will also increase. There you will use this formula. But the point is now here, these two different formula we will use for these two different processes when you are dealing with real gases. But if you are using ideal gases, you are using ideal gas, you can use these two formula in all the processes. So this is the main point. So point is this, that I just want to remove it from here. If you are using ideal gas, and I already explained you that ideal gas is when you put very small quantity of gas in a cylinder, that is ideal gas, so that molecules are very far away from each other and they don't affect each other. Or you can say that pressure is very small, volume is big. In that case, molecules will be very much far apart from each other. Or you can say that in a cylinder, if you put very small quantity of gas, then this gas is ideal gas. So if you are dealing with ideal gas, then these two formula you can use in all type of processes. It will not restrict to only constant pressure, constant volume process. Even you can use it for constant pressure process also. The same way you can use it, this formula, for constant volume, constant pressure, constant temperature. In all the processes you can use it. So the restriction was only when you were using real gas, but for ideal gas, these two, formula number 5 and 6, you can use for all type of processes. You don't need to restrict this formula. Number 7 formula is dq, the heat given, will be equal to du. It will be only when the constant volume process is there. Number 8 formula is dq will be equal to dh. It will be only when it is a constant pressure form. Even it is true if you are dealing with ideal gas, this will be true. So in a way you can keep your formula only up to this. These six equations are important, and for ideal gas the formula 5 and 6 you can use in all the processes. And what are the processes that will you will use for your study? Number first will be constant volume process. Number 2 will be constant pressure process. Okay. Number 3 will be constant temperature process. Number 4 will be adiabatic process. So you can say that mainly there are 4 processes that you need that you will have to calculate various type of properties. What are constant volume processes? These will be like this. Constant volume cylinder will be taken and it will be heated. It will be given to it. So temperature will increase, pressure will increase, and you need to find out how much, what will be the increase in pressure. Constant pressure processes will be like this. You will take a constant weight here, and now you will increase the temperature of the process, so volume will increase. Constant temperature is, you will put your cylinder in, you can say, in water, and you will maintain a constant temperature here. Suppose you are maintaining a constant temperature 25 degrees centigrade. Now here you will put your apparatus so that the temperature is always constant. Adiabatic process is, you will insulate your cylinder here, then it is adiabatic process. This is your cylinder, you are having this movable piston, you will insulate it so that heat cannot be given, only work can be done on the system. This is the insulation. Heat cannot, it's not possible to give it heat, so temperature will change according to that. Okay. And another important point is, you need to show these processes on this kind of graph. Only then you can study them very well, because it will give you kind of visualization to you. This kind of graph is very important. On the y-axis you will take pressure, and on the x-axis you will take what? Volume. So the changes will be like this. Suppose some gas is here, it has got certain P1, V1 and T1 process condition. Now Suppose if you want to have it on a constant pressure change, so this process will go like this, pressure is constant. Or suppose some process if you want to have for constant volume, then suppose your gas is here, so it will go up like this on a constant volume path, and constant temperature path go like this. These are temperature when you will go on these path, these are actually constant temperature path. I mean to say that all the path, if you just arbitrarily draw like this, whatever path you want to draw, all these are not actually constant temperature path. They actually fulfill certain conditions, then only these are constant temperature path. And adiabatic path go like this. Actually it's not coming a very clear kind of thing. Adiabatic path goes like this. So suppose your gas is here, you insulate the cylinder, then if you do some work on that gas, then the path will go this way. And if you are not insulating in your cylinder, but you are putting your cylinder in a constant temperature bath, so that in that condition the path will go this way. So I can say that this is your process 1, that is the constant pressure, constant volume, constant temperature and adiabatic. These 4 process changes you need to study for the numerical problems in your course. And formula I have told you already, these formula you will use. First law of thermodynamics, I am writing this formula again and again because so that you just by repetition you will know. dW is equal to minus PdV actually. Third one was H is equal to U plus Vb. Just by seeing it you can remember it. Du is equal to dPv. Another formula was, next formula was du is equal to Cv dt. It is true for all these, even actually it is for this process, but for ideal gas it is true for this process also, this also, it is true for this also. Same way dH is equal to Cp dt, actually it is true only for constant pressure process when you are dealing with real gases, but for ideal gases it is true for, it was actually true for this, but actually if you are taking ideal gas then it will be true for this also, this also, this also. And another important point is, for this process, constant temperature process, constant pressure process, only heat will be equal to dH, and for constant volume process heat, this will be equal to dQ. Heat will be equal to the change in internal energy. So these important points you need to keep in your mind to solve the numerical problem. So I end this lecture here. Thank you very much.